Hello everybody, this is Tiny Gamer King coming at you with another Draft League team. This is for the YCL draft. Don't think I've ever been, pretty sure I've never been in the YCL. So here are the rules. Just your basic rules. There will be 16 coaches in the league. It was 2 pools of 8 though, so we only had to draft with 8 coaches. And then there's going to be crossover matches, 2 I believe, crossover matches with the other division. The draft order will be a snake format, so it went from 1 to 8 and then 8 to 1. And then the rest is just pretty much your typical stuff. Coaches must draft a total roster of 10 Pokemon, which I think is a nice amount of Pokemon. We had to use, it was a point budget system, so we had 82 points to draft our 10 Pokemon, and it was, the categories went from 1 point to 16 points. And then it's just your typical thing. Can't go over the 82 points. You can go under, but you can't go over. And then after that, after the draft was finished, we had an additional 13 points to select 1 to 3 Terra captains. So you use the same amount of points that the Pokemon would have been in the regular drafts. If the Pokemon was if you drafted a Pokemon that was 13 points, you would only get 1 Terra captain because you would use your 13 points for that Terra captain. And so on. So any Pokemon that was more than 13 points, you couldn't make as your Terra captain. So that was just the basic rules of the draft. So let's go on to the team. So like I said, we are the Nova Scotia Scythers, and we drafted 5th overall in the 8. So I went into this not knowing what I wanted to draft, like in most cases, even more than usual, because like I said, I've never really done a singles draft. So I definitely went into this blind. So the first Pokemon I drafted was Iron Bundle. It was a Pokemon I wanted to try to use. It's a new Pokemon, and I thought it'd be an interesting one to use. And I know it's not exactly the same, but when I first started watching like YouTube content, one of my favorite YouTubers, which I don't watch anymore, was Shady Penguin, and his mascot was Delibird, so I thought it'd be interesting to use Iron Bundle. So that was my first Pokemon. So it gives me a nice ice and water type, and I think like it has a nice nice move pool to use, so we'll see how it works, and I like the typing. Next Pokemon I picked up was Garchomp. Garchomp, in my opinion, is one of the best dragon Pokemon. I love its typing, Ground Dragon. It gives me a nice offensive Pokemon. Plus it has like stealth rocks and that as well to give us some hazards to our opponent. So that was my reasoning to picking Garchomp, and it was definitely nice to get start the fantasy core. So next Pokemon I drafted after Garchomp was Arcanine. Arcanine continues on a Water Fire Grass core. It gives me an Intimidate user, strong offensive presence, and helps us lower opponents' attacks with that as well, with his ability as well. So, and it has a great move pool in my opinion. Great offensive tools to use against our opponent. The next Pokemon I drafted was Pincurchin. So, my thinking in Pincurchin was, gives me Electric Train to help with Iron Bundle if need be, so we don't have to we can change up its item, so we don't have to use Energy Booster if we want to, and just gives us electric thing, and it actually doesn't hit. It hits pretty nicely, which could be beneficial, especially with the Electric Train up. So after drafting Pikachu, and like I said, I didn't have too much thinking of what I wanted Pincurchin for other than helping the Iron Bundle. So we'll see if I can actually get that to work. So the next Pokemon I picked was Lucario. So Lucario gave me a nice strong fighting type that can be used as both physical and special, which I thought was going to be nice to have. It has some nice priority moves with Bullet Punch and that, which would be kind of nice in some aspects, and has like extreme speed, which is nice as well if we want to do that. So, and then if I wasn't sure who I wanted as a captain at this moment, so I thought maybe this might be a nice option for that as well. So, next Pokemon I drafted was our mascot, Scyther. Scyther gives us a Defogger user, which I didn't have at this point, and I almost forgot about, to tell you the truth, just because I'm not used to the singles aspect. So I was like, I need something to help with hazards. So I thought, hey, Scyther gives us Defog. Why not get a mascot and use him? And with Eviolite, it's still nice and bulky. And with Technician, we can do some nice damage to our opponent. So Pokemon I drafted next, we won't be able to see until the last, because I messed up the order when I put this in. But when we get to it, I'll tell you that. So the next Pokemon on the list, though, so which I drafted 8th was Mimikyu. Mimikyu is a mon I've enjoyed using before. It gives us a disguise ability, so we guaranteed to live one hit. So we can set up, we can put do like an attack if need be. We can just does so much. We can, if we want to get up to Trick Room, I can use Mimikyu to do Trick Room. Yeah, just like almost guaranteed Trick Room. Really, with its disguise ability and being Ghost, it can't be faked out. So we can definitely make it a guaranteed Trick Room in singles, I think. So the next Pokemon I drafted at 9th was Skuntank. So Skuntank gives us a poison type and dark type, which in my opinion is great typing. like it only has one weakness in ground, so you can't go wrong in my opinion with Skunk Tank. It also like gives us does it get haze? Maybe not. I don't think it does actually, if I remember right. So yeah, it gives us haze as well if we want to get rid of any statuses. I mean, not statuses, like boosts Pokemon might have or done. So there's that as well. And it's nice. It's pretty. It's not. Doesn't have too bad of a bulk. Could be a little bit better, but not too bad. Especially with its HP. So that's Skunk Tank for you. And it was going to help us, I think, pretty well against some of the fairy types we might be facing up against. We become neutral because of the poison, even though he's a dark type, and we can do some super effective attacks to the fairy types. So next Pokemon I drafted in the 10th and final pick was Sawsbuck. Sawsbuck isn't, in my opinion, is going to be interesting to use. It's a normal type and grass type, so it finishes off our Fire, Water, Grass core, which I thought would be nice to do. And it actually has some nice abilities, like it has Sap Sipper, so we can protect, get some, like if we think that our opponent's going to use like a grass move on my Iron Bundle, I can switch him in and don't have to worry about taking damage. It has Serene Grace, so any of its moves that have secondary effects get doubled, which I think is a great ability. And with it being the typing isn't the greatest, because like it pretty much keeps all of its grass weakness, gets a fighting weakness. But it does get the Ghost Immune, so I guess that's alright. So we'll have to see if we can make use of that in our matches. Then the final Pokemon, like I said, that I drafted 7th overall was Tatsugiri. So my aspect in Tatsugiri was same with Scyther. I needed some hazard removal, and with Tatsugiri it gives me Rapid Spinner, which I thought would be nice to have. So now we have a Defaga and we have a Rapid Spinner, and it has like a really nice special attack stat still, which is great. In my opinion, it has like 120 in its special attack. Like that's crazy. Has decent special defense with 95. 60 defense is eh. You got 68 in HP. So that's was my thinking with Tatsugiri. So that ends our round of the Pokemon we drafted. So like we have a mixture with definitely more faster, have a more faster Pokemon. Like, I mean, we go from 136 to 82, and then we have Pincurchin at 15. So we're definitely gonna, I'm hoping to work around the whole Trick Room thing. If someone does bring Trick Room on us, like, not even sure if Trick Room is a bigger thing in singles as it is in doubles, so that's definitely something we can I'll have to find out. But we do have like a Tailwind user with Scyther, so we can make our Pokemon go quicker. And we do have the Mimikyu that can give us Trick Room, so we can try to work that out as well. So after that, we had to decide, I had to decide who I wanted for my Terra Captains. And I wasn't sure. Like, a part of me really wanted to make Scyther a captain. A part of me wanted to make Lucario captain. I had thought about, like, Arcanine. So it's like, I really didn't. But I knew I wanted more than, more than one Terra Captain. And I couldn't use Garchomp because it was over the points. Couldn't use Iron Bundle because it was over the points. So them two were out altogether. And then, like I said, I just really wanted to make sure that I wasn't just stuck with one Pokemon that could Terra for me. So in doing that, and I still wanted one that could use it effectively. So I decided that I was going to go with Arcanine and Sawsbuck. So out of the 13 points, I used 12 of my points, because Arcanine was 10 and Sawsbuck was 2. And I didn't have a Pokemon that was only 1 point, so that was just who I decided on. So with Arcanine's bulk and the Intimidate, it gives us an option to make it more of a defensive Terra type, or gives us an option to make it more of a offensive Terra type. So I thought that would be a nice aspect for the team. And then Sawsbuck actually was kind of just added on because, like I said, I wanted 2 Terra Captains. So I put Sawsbuck as my second. But I think it's going to be good to have Sawsbuck as a Terra Captain. Because, for one, we can make it more defensive and get rid of some of the weaknesses we have. Because of being grass and fighting, we have a decent amount of weaknesses. So, and because of being a normal type, it really has a decent amount of moves in its move pool. So I think we can definitely work with Sawsbuck with his Terra types. So yeah, that was my team. I hope you guys like it. If you have any comments, put it down below. If you have any suggestions, put it down below. And I'm looking forward to doing this draft league and trying my luck at a singles. It's definitely out of my comfort zone, but I think it should be fun in that aspect. And who knows? Maybe we'll do really well at it. But until next week. Oh, I did forget. This is a uh, mandatory upload league, so we have to record our matches, which I was gonna do anyways. So this will be uh, um, we will be doing that, and so I think how it works too is they is so yeah, so we have to upload it on a certain day, and same time as our opponents, so we'll have to figure that out. um, but it's every Sunday, I believe. No, every Saturday. It gets uploaded the Saturday after the match. So we'll do the match this week, and it will be uploaded the following Saturday. So I hope you guys look forward to watching the matches, and we will have the first one posted on January the 21st. Till then, see you guys and have a great day.